Let's just make sure everything's good. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. Maybe I should lower the volume a little bit. All right, and we're off. Here we go. Okay, we're starting on Warhorse Key. That probably won't come into play, but it, you know, who knows? All right. Not much to talk about in the early game here. One thing we will note, though, is premium DLC is being allowed in this race. It doesn't look like Axel has it. I don't either. Oh, no, he does. Okay, so there's the vampire stuff. Everybody's going to put on the vampire stuff. I don't know exactly what it does, but it does decent damage. Yeah, 40 damage is a lot of damage. Okay, Strider Belt. Will anybody equip that right away? I would. Axel already sliding 3 or 4 times there without Strider Belt equipped. Oh, gonna skip the weapon chest. All right. I guess with premium DLC you don't need it. You're gambling that it's not gonna be Valkyrie sword, I guess. Looks like Yee's gonna go down for it. Fran also skipping it. Yeah. Oh, in a red drop, summon Simeon. All right. Interesting. Oh, Moonbelt. All right, Fran with the Moonbelt. That actually worked out. Not equipping the Strider Belt worked out pretty well because you're going to want to use Moonbelt. That's going to be exponentially faster if you have good backdashes. And I missed the purple, and it's a flame cannon. Okay, yeah, so no big deal there. Axel Schmoovin, probably one of the better technical players that is in the community. I'd say probably top 3, if not... Definitely top 5, if not top 3. At least that runs Rando. Yep. Ye having to think here. Everything I've seen seems to be the same. He's asking a question. We're just confirming the reason he paused there was that he thought he might have had the wrong settings, but everything I've seen is the same so far. Okay, another red here. And an Axe Strike. Not going to come up unless we get infinite mana, but, you know, it's there. Should be able to delete the opening boss here pretty quickly. 36 damage is a lot of damage to be doing in the beginning of the game. Normally here you'd be doing about, like, if you're playing a vanilla playthrough, you'd be doing about 12. Okay, and Head Flail. Also, another decent red shard, but we just won't see it used that much unless we see infinite mana. So, Franny bringing up the second leg of the boat here, and we also have Rainbo playing, but not streaming, so can't really comment on what's going on there. But whip. I'm just trying to pay extra attention to Yee's window on the bottom right there, just to make sure that all the items are the same. I did see the same red drop, so I think everything's fine. We'll know for sure on the red drop here on the boat.
Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique so she can carry it at the supply post for you.
Oh, what would you like
I didn't see if he picked up the Strider Belt, but he definitely picked up the Moon Belt in the same place that the other runners picked it up. Head Flail. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Same seed, confirmed. All right, so this is we're all good here. Same seed, same settings.
What would you like to sell?
Okay, I like the early shop from Axel here. I like doing as much as you can here, so that you don't have to do much when you come back. And what you can do is if you do a ton of stuff here right away in the shop, it kind of unloads your mental stack about worrying what you're going to do at the shop later. And then now with a clean slate in your... Oh, wow. That's pretty lucky. Second Bowmore kill to get the drop. But it turns out to be not that good, so... yeah, anyway, I think it's good. It's better to unload all of your mental stacks as much as you can. Ooh, Fran also getting it. Okay. Farming the 5. Gonna grab the accessory, open up the rest of the quests. Axel skipping the quests. You doing a little shopping here. Oh, another red. Thrashing Tentacle. Again, we're not really catching great reds here. But anyway, yeah. So the Curse Ring pickup from Yee there. So that's going to tank your luck, but it's going to give you a bunch of extra damage. Don't know if this is a great move to equip now. You definitely want to get purple drops. It'll definitely be nice to have when he gets all the way to Zangetsu. Alright, so. Anyway, let me finish this point while we have a little tiny bit of downtime here. I think it's better to unload the mental stack as much as you can in games like this, as, you know, when you're playing a randomizer. So if you can look at the entire shop right away, sell whatever you want to sell, buy some healing items, and then, you know, sort of get an idea of what's in there, you can then kind of just like unload the stack instead of saying, okay, I bought everything I can buy. Aegis plate, that's a nice find. And if I get money later, I'll worry about what I'm going to buy later, and then you can just kind of forget about the shop. Oh, throw spear. That's one of the better reds in the game. Maybe top 3, top 4. But again, reds cost so much MP that we just won't see them unless we find a source of MP. Regen or complete infinity on the MP there. So there's some things we can find. There's the Words of Wisdom yellow that could help. Jeebel's glasses, of course, which every runner's always looking for. And there's some other minor things. Witch's hat. Things that'll increase MP regen. Some other shards. We just typically don't kill that many yellow mobs, so relying on a yellow shard drop is pretty risky. Okay. So, all things said, Axel has a probably about, what, a minute lead? But then again, you know, some stuff was skipped, so... Didn't farm the quests. So if there turns out to be an accessory behind the quests, in the second accessory quest reward, Axel will potentially maybe get that accessory later. It could be glasses, it could be something that increases luck. It could be a factor. But Axel did farm all the morts on the way. Now, one thing that's also a benefit of unlocking the quests early is as you're going through... Ooh, a poison kukri there for Yi. I saw that. It's a source of some good DPS. Oh, Axel gonna farm toads? I don't like this play. I think this is incorrect mathematically. The toads are... There's a bunch of them down here. But they're a 1% less drop rate than everything else is. And to reset the room, it takes a long time. I think it's just inefficient here. Basically, what you're doing is you're gambling that Dimension Shift or Reflector Ray or something game-changing is on Toad, and if it's not, you just end up putting yourself behind, or you let other people catch up, or both. So I'm not a fan of this play. I think this is the best orphan that you can make in the game, because Toad is in a bunch of places, and in a bunch of better places to farm. Okay, looks like it's Teps Octus, which is not what you want. It's not going to really impact the game, but Yi gets a really nice drop there, and all of a sudden he's in the lead. Looks like Fran's also going to do this. So now if Axel would have just ignored Toad and just kept going, it would have maintained his lead, and, you know, when you think about the percentage drop chance being only 1% less, it doesn't sound like a lot. But when you roll a D100, it actually ends up being a lot. Oh, okay. Hammer Knuckle was the Toad drop, so that means Teps is on Plume Parma and not Toad. Okay. So Yi actually orphans Toad there, makes my play, it looks like, and not gonna get punished for it at all. Wait, was Teps? I look like that was Toad for Fran. Okay, and Tis is on BGK, so that's probably the best drop here. That's gonna catch up Axel to Yi pretty easily, I think, because Yi has not gotten that drop yet. Tis Resign's one of the better ones out there. That's gonna be Teps. Yeah, okay. So Teps is on Plume, Tis is on BGK, Hammer Knuckle is on Toad. So orphaning Toad is a huge time save, depending on how unlucky you are. And Yi not going to orphan BGK. This is, I think, fine, and that's going to pay off when he eventually gets the drop. Tis is one of the better offensive shards. It's definitely in the top probably 7 purples. The things holding it back are its holy damage, which a lot of stuff... Oh, wow. Did Axel intend to do that? Wow, that's huge. Axel just fell down the gap. That's going to cost about, what, a minute or so to go back around? Yeah, you definitely don't want to fall there. Not a big deal if you have a way to get back up, but nobody has a way to get back up there. But unfortunately, it might not be that he could capitalize on this mistake because just not getting the BGK drop is just killing his time. He's having as bad of luck with BGK as Axel had with Toad right now. So, does get the Barbados drop though. Anyway, back to Tis Rosian. The holy damage, there's really not much in the game that's weak to holy. A few mobs. Also, even though it's a beam, it goes full screen. That's one of the huge benefits to it. It doesn't have a short interval of when it can deal damage. So every time if you hold the beam out and you deal damage, it takes a long set of frames before it can deal damage again. Whereas if you compare it to another beam like Void Ray does damage like every, like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 frames. It's really short. Whereas I think it's like a 30 to 60 for Tis Rosian. It's very, very long. So that just kind of puts Tis in like the category 2 of top tier shards here. All right, so we're looking even. I'm assuming he either gave up on BGK or because he's not using Tis Rosian, and that does decent damage to Zangetsu. Yeah, just like that, Axel's back in the lead. Fran's a little bit behind here, having worse farm luck, using Teps to farm. Yeah, I'm assuming Yeehaw is definitely skipped BGK with the bad luck, farmed a bunch, saying, cut my losses, I'm out of here. Unfortunately, that's going to cost him a lot of offense. Wait, was that? Did he just... Oh, no, he does have it. Okay, yeah, because he just shot. He just shot it right there. All right, so he found it. He just wasn't using it on the boss. Not sure why. Maybe he wanted to save MP for some reason. What's our first movement shard going to be? It's invert. Okay, so that means that we're going to skip the invert check to the left. And most of the castle is now open. Invert, in addition to letting you traverse vertical rooms completely with no restriction, it also allows you to swim. You just invert in the water, and then you swim in the opposite direction, and that lets you go through all the water. So basically the whole... Oh, careful, Axel. Ooh, not a health refill there. Yeah, use a high potion. Yeah, okay. Cutting it close. All right. But yeah, that invert basically opens the whole castle. The only thing it doesn't open is Den of Behemoths. And technically it does with glitches, but we usually follow a glitchless rule set. I'm not sure if this seed was vetted. This is actually a really good Larage farm spot if you have a beam weapon. A little bit better than in the library, but Axel's running low on MP here. Probably going to have to abandon this and come back later or try Larage in a different spot once grab some MP regen. But with Invert here, he can kind of scout for stat ups. Yeah, there's a health refill. Maybe get a MP up here. Now, the route, basically, if you have the way... Oh, Fran's going to go ahead and do Ore Dog. This is a nice gamble. If this is Dimension Shift, this could pay off huge. Or if it's a better offensive shard. Ooh, Axel getting stoned there. Blazing it. But basically, yeah. So if you find Double Jump or Invert or High Jump, you can basically divert away from Craftwork, come up here into the upper parts of DCC, open the floor here like Axel just did, and then drop down and then, you know, do craft work and grab the teleporter, and also check the Zangetsuto backup location, all while opening that door from the top and letting yourself go back upwards and through. If you come down here first, you can jump through the floor. Oh, there's Dimension Shift. Okay, so that's on Gargoyle. So Axel now has one half of Go mode, just looking for the old sword that opens Den of Behemoths. Need to slash that moon in half and not let Jeeble get away with his shenanigans. Axel, I think, probably going to grab the teleporter here. Yeah, I guess no reason not to if you come all the way into this room to check the accessory. You never know when this might, like, line up. Actually, though, in this case, if I had to sit down and think about it, it might be that that teleport will never be used again, because if you do craft work here and you check the safety Z location, would you ever need to come back? Oh, I guess if you need to do OSL. If Vanilla Zangetsuto is the only way, but if that is a thing, then you would want that to teleport. So, all right. I don't know if anybody else has found Dimension Shift. Oh, Zangetsuto checked by Yi, and that is a confirmed Go mode. We have a quasi jet seat here. Will any runner want to take on the end game with no MP and only Tisserzion as a viable damage shard? No books yet from library or anything like that, and just invert for movement. That will save you from Cat, but it definitely is very slow when it comes to evading all the attacks from the Big B, Big Bale. Also, don't discount Dominique. Dominique is one of the higher end frustrating enemies and will definitely cause some resets and deaths. So yeah, Axel gonna go ahead and kill Craftwork here, looking for the accessory check behind this and this blue shard drop to hopefully be something good. Beast Guardian, Accelerator, or even Standstill. Okay, Standstill. Alright. So if Axel can find some mana potions, that will solve Bale for the most part. The problem will still be fighting Dominique. Dominique is immune to Standstill, and we just don't have a good way of doing any damage to Dominique right now. She's also a holy enemy, so the Tisserzion will do a lot less damage to her. She's weak to darkness. So I'm assuming that Axel's going to just go ahead and keep plugging away here. Going through... You've got to kill Jeeble anyway and slice the moon. So have to go this way anyway. Maybe... I don't know what Axel likes to do. If he likes to just rely on combat. Axel certainly has the skills to be able to melee down Dominique. So I'm assuming that that's what he'll do. Looks like the other runners here are just cleaning up the craftwork bit. But everybody should be in go mode now. And it's just a matter of being able to deal enough damage to the endgame bosses to win. Yeah, this is another accessory check here. So Axel's really just looking for... Jeeble's Glasses kind of fixes it. We have Throw Spear as a red. And then even if the other runners didn't get Throw Spear, they have Head Flail, they have Axe Strike. I think they all have at least one decent red. That's enough to beat Dom. The only problem is going to be evading all of Dom's damage. With only invert, it's a little bit difficult. But Dimension Shift and invert to get away from the beams means that phase is pretty safe as long as you're prepared for it. And we might have some interesting things in the shop that can be crafted. I didn't quite get a great look at the weapons, but if shield weapon is there, that could also be a potential solution. Okay, Yi getting the regenerate yellow, which is fairly useful in STS. Especially when you have to motor through stuff and not buy as much healing, because you get a seed that's very fast, like this one. Nice jump cancel combat with shards in the middle from Axel. Like I mentioned, Axel's combat is one of the better combat of all the players in the randomizer community. And slicing the moon there. Now what is Axel going to do from here? Is this going to be a teleport straight to the end, or are we going to farm for some more damage, some more resources, maybe some better armor? Are we going to go to the library and grab some books and potentially another movement shard? Yep, grabbing some max MP. I like that. Whenever you don't have a solution to your taking damage or dealing damage problem, grabbing stat ups is not a bad idea. Okay, so Axel's teleporting back to Evanville, so like this could mean that he's going to go straight to the end game. Definitely going to take a look at the shop first. Turn in some quests here. Okay, clam chowder is not a great food item to have. Any drink would have been nice because that would have been that could have been craftable. That could have been the MP solution. But food means whatever. And with the ring there, we didn't open up. Did not open up any accessories that are worth buying. It looks like. Okay, EX ethers with standstill. Ooh, 8-bit coin. Axel, buy the 8-bit coin. Axel, buy the 8-bit coin. Buy the 8-bit coin. Buy the 8-bit coin and a curse ring. Double curse ring. Yeah, double curse ring's a viable strategy. And a safe ring? I'm scratching my head on the safe ring buy. I guess it's just in case you you start getting hit by Dom and you have to survive something you know you're gonna get hit by. Double safe ring. Okay. I would have bought the 8-bit coin there and checked the weapons. Because you're always going to be able to teleport back to the shop from Glacial Tomb. And I don't think you're going to be equipping the curse rings until you get to bosses. Yeah, the bread's not going to do a whole lot here. You did not buy a tunic, Axel. You did submit rice there. That's why those plants are grown. So you can grab rice. But with no halite, can't make rice balls. Okay, now if I know Yee, he's going to buy the 8-bit coin. And then look for a really good weapon that potentially could have rolled into the crafting shop here. Okay, he did not buy the 8-bit coin. Ooh, Warlock necklace. That could that's actually worth building. That's another item that can save you a bunch of MP. Okay, looking to upgrade regen. I don't know about this. I would have built the Warlock necklace, buy the 8-bit coin. At least look through the weapons that you can craft with 8-bit coin. Maybe you already looked through it on the first trip here. Yeah, Axel going straight to the end. Will Axel check the accessory to the right, looking for glasses? Not sure. Again, this is more of a play style thing and how confident you are with your melee ability. With double curse ring, maybe not. Okay, yeah, it's gonna check it. Alright, come on, Yee. Buy that 8-bit coin and take a look at those weapons. If shield weapon's in there, you can just go. You can definitely see that some of us are a little bit out of practice with our menuing speed. The soft lock for menuing too fast has been fixed, so you can absolutely menu to your heart's content. Okay, this is why Axel bought the safe rings. Axel bought the safe rings to just damage boost through all of the junk that's in the way. Because killing it, especially with just Tis, is not like a really viable option. And no MP. Yeah, nice damage boost there. Okay, double curse rings for Yee. What's Fran up to? Oh, did Fran never check Zangetsu's safety? I don't see that part on her map. Okay, so Fran has not been in go mode. Fran will now soon be in go mode. Don't get grabbed by this guy. Okay, he's going to kill the Wolfman because this is a blue drop, but going to need to get slightly lucky here. I think it's only a 4%er. Okay, yeah, did not get lucky there. Alright. And again, no movement here except for invert, so. Dimension shift is available, but that costs 15 MP per use. Ooh, be careful, Axel. This is the kind of thing that can happen when you don't go and grab more stuff. It's very risky. Den and Glacial Tomb, I mean, so A lot of the zones after DCC and Garden ramp up very, very hard when it comes to how much damage is being dealt and how much health the enemies have. And then there's another significant ramp up when you get to this part of the game. The quote-unquote hidden part of the game, Den of Behemoths and Glacial Tomb. Enemies do a lot more damage and have a lot more health. And they're just more annoying and bigger and more likely to hit you. Especially those ice elementals with their weird flying patterns. These big giant bats can hit you for 50 plus, depending on how much armor you have. Or more if you don't have any good armor at all. And Aegis Plate's good in that you don't take damage from environmental stuff, but it doesn't have a very high armor value. Okay, yeah, Axel going to take a heal here and a save. I highly agree with this. All sorts of bad stuff can happen to you in the last den room. Only issue is that you cannot dimension shift through the giant morts here. They're just too fat. Take up too much space. Okay, Yee's going into den as well. Going straight for it. I don't think he was able to... I don't think he bought the 8-bit coin, so... But Yee, like myself, we are big connoisseurs of the item shop, the crafting. So what probably happened, if I had to guess, was Yee looked at the 8-bit coin weapons on the first shop visit and decided there was nothing in there worth buying, and then just, you know, didn't even look at it before coming to den. But yeah, I mean, he's definitely on decent pace here for second place, but barring any unfortunate bad luck for Axel, or like a death to Dom or Bale, commanding lead, probably about 2 minutes if I had to guess. We'll take a look at Axel's door time here. 26:34. Yeah, and then it looks like Yee's stream is about 10 seconds more delayed. So Yee is going into the casino room at the same time. So yeah, that's about a minute or so. Not as bad as I thought. I mean, one death on Dom or a potentially very sketchy Dom, and you could close the gap. Gotta have to play clean here. Alright, and what's this last accessory? Not Jeebel's glasses, so... This is going to be a very taxing and demanding boss fight here without any other gear improvement. If I was playing this seed, I would probably have followed a very similar path. But at this point, I probably would have teleported out of Iceland. I can't remember what was the name of the Mario 64. There's two different ice stages, I think. Snowman Mountain, or I can't remember what the name of it. Can't remember the name of it. Mario 64, but I would probably be teleporting out here and teleporting back to Hall, and then going Hall in the library, picking up some books, getting an extra movement shard, killing like Larage and maybe another purple or two, checking that extra accessory before I go and try to kill Dom, because I know I just don't have the movement and an ability to tank Dom. I don't have the healing items to tank Dom. But my melee and movement is not as good as Axel's, so I would not be surprised here if Axel just buys as much food and healing as possible and goes right back in there. Yeah, nothing better than Zangetsuto in terms of melee weapons that we've been able to catch here on the broadcast. If there is anything good under 8-bit coin, no runner has chosen to go for it. And Yee skipping the shop here, going straight for Dom. This if he's got similar gear and healing, this puts him in a commanding lead. Actually, could be over a minute. Okay, just. Well, he found a Valkyrie Tiara. Okay, he's got the poison kukri, right? So that's a great solution to Dominique. Just poison her and don't take damage. Looks like he's got a little less health. Oh no, it's about the same. Yeah, okay, so he's got about a little bit more MP and a little bit more health than Axel as well. Alright, you don't think too much here. Just want to get in there. Get in there and kill Dom. Alright, got her poison. Gonna do Tis. Tis is okay. Head Flail's okay. She is strong against Holy, but again, Tiz's base damage is just so much higher than a lot of the other stuff. Yep. Really smart here. Just take it nice and slow. You've got poison. You're not 100% sure if any other runner has poison. It's very plausible that you're the only runner that has access to poison here. And yeah, you just don't want to take those smacks to the face with the rose scarf. The soul scarf. Just keep her poison, keep evading. Get ready, make sure you're ready for phase 2. Don't overexpend your MP. Make sure you got enough to dimension shift once or twice. Other cursed ring on, yep. Double cursed ring. Doing work here. Looks like Axel's about to come into the fight. Fran's in den. Okay. Using the MP now. I'm not sure I'd use the MP now. I'd want to save the standstill MP for Bale, but you can't get to Bale unless you kill Dom. So if oh boy, careful here. Should heal. One elbow is going to end it. Okay, gonna need a dimension shift here. Oh no, very nice. Split the V. Okay, yeah, I would heal here. Yep. All right, Axel getting a lot more damage in with the Zangetsu Toe. Gonna catch up, potentially close the gap on this fight. This one's gonna be really tight. Oh, what a parry with the Z! Axel, you madman. Parrying the scar. Parrying it again! Parrying again! Oh, Yee's through, though. Yee's through at 3140. Axel's about 15 seconds behind and still fighting Dom. Yeah, because Yee's stream's about 12... Oh, it's about, yeah, about 15 seconds behind Axel. Axel with those huge parries and doing double damage. Oh, but still catches an elbow anyway. All right, but it has 31 scrambled eggs, so there's no way Axel's going to die here. Axel spent the extra time to get the food. Yee's running a little low on resources, though. This is going to be a very tough fight, and depending on RNG, if we get too many cats here, it's going to be tough. We do have invert, but cat's just slow and pain to deal with. Yee switching to melee, this is good. Got to make sure you don't take damage from the headbutts, though. Ooh. Yeah, can't take any headbutts, can't take any Tiss Wraiths here. All right, so about a 20-second lead? 30-second lead. 30-second lead for Yee, but Yee has less resources. Oh, using the invert tech. Very nice. So basically what you can do with any kind of weapon that or shard that stays on the screen, it has a hitbox on the screen, you can throw that into Bale and then just start spamming invert, and every frame that the weapon could do damage on while you're inverting and in between and freezing the screen, it will continue to do damage. So as you can see there, just those ticks for 50. Very smart strategy from Yee here. Could secure the win. Axel, just standard melee, but doing way more damage per hit. But just doing less hits. And this also takes some of the RNG out of it. Yee basically delaying the phase changes so that less time to worry about cat RNG making your life miserable. And less evading to do in general. As you can see there on the bottom left, Axel having to jump through and dodge all these rings and stuff. Yee with the axe strat, flipping up and down, delaying having to even deal with that stuff. Switched over actually to Tiss. This is a tight one. I have no idea who's ahead on damage here. Watching for dot duns as well on the side. I think he's still a few seconds ahead here. Think he might be ahead on damage as well. Just a really good strat with the axe throwing and invert. Very safe. High level of game knowledge. But this is still a slog. It's still anyone's game here. Oh, don't take that ring. I don't know. Does he have any healing left? Does he have any healing left? Oh, I think he would use it if he did. Oh, make sure you jump here. Invert. Yep. Got to stay away from the green. No dot done yet. Oh, that was a short jump. Careful. Yep. Oh, that axe toss was just a little low. You can get a lot of axe damaging here. Come on, Yee. There it is. Spam that invert. Spam that invert. Another axe toss. Watch out for the green stuff. No! Yee, you had it. You had it. He had it. Oh, it's Axel's race to lose now. It's Axel's race to lose now. Oh, no. He fumbles the ball on the 1 yard line. Has the open goal. 3 yards out. Hits it over the bar. Axel wins. What a race with a time of 36:15. Yee had it. I think Yee had it. I think he would have won. If he had not died, he just got the few extra hits in. He would have had it. Oh, no. And Fran. Fran currently farming up. Having go mode, but, you know, not wanting to take the fight on without the proper amount of resources. Gonna see that dot done and think, oh, well, you know, there was just enough to get the job done, and here we are. But wow, what a race! That was so tight there. We haven't had one that close in a while. We were talking about a difference of very few seconds. Oh, Void Ray on Decima. So now Fran's gonna. I'm assuming now Fran is just gonna beeline to the end of the game. Oh, and Yi taking the death to Dom there. Such a great fight from him. So unfortunate there at the end. Just didn't have enough healing. The extra healing items that Axel went to farm made the difference. Allowed him to convert when Yi died, even though Yi had the lead. Wow, what a match this was. Very close. You couldn't ask for a closer race than that. Couldn't ask for a closer one than that. Woo! Axel, congratulations. GG. Well played. The end game shop turned out to be the difference. Having the healing items made the difference. Yi with a decent lead into the fight, having a good fight, but just unfortunately getting wrecked by the green stuff. With only probably maybe a few hundred damage left. Oh. Woo! All right, let's see if he can finish it off, folks. Fran's not heading to the end game yet for some reason. Void Ray would be what I would think would be enough, but oh, and then Fran takes a death. I guess Fran's looking for glasses, maybe. Not sure what Fran's looking for. All right, well, now that we have a winner, I will put my hoodie on because I didn't want to look unprofessional in the middle of the race looking back and reaching for this thing. But it's a little cold if you live in a place with winters. And, yeah, this week has been a little chillier than most of the previous weeks this season. And I'm feeling it in my basement. It's a little chilly. I don't want to turn the space heater on just yet. I'd like to wait for the sun to go down first. But yeah, wow. Another couple other things of note there from Axel. Those parries with Zangetsuto on the Dom fight saved a lot of health. Saved a lot of time just standing away and not attacking. Doing double damage. Very good melee. Like I said, Axel, one of the better melee capable runners that we have. Definitely in the top 5, if not in the top 3 for melee combat of all the randomizer players. And you can see why hitting those parries. Those are not easy. That is an alpha counter. You need to, I think it's like a quarter circle forward and the attack button. And then you also have to time it to make sure, ooh, you taking the beam. You're going to take a beam again, bud? Yeah, re-invert. Okay. Whew. Yeah. So I'd say like Happer for sure, the world record holder in the regular categories. Definitely probably the cleanest player. Jupiter, obviously. Insane melee combat. But then right below those two, we have several runners that are very, very capable with melee. That can easily kill Dom and sometimes even Bale without much assistance from a shard if they have enough healing and a decent enough weapon. And that was definitely a factor as well. So it's double forward. Okay, yeah. So, all right, yeah. There's in Metroidvanias, especially Egavanias, there are often special attacks. Usually they're either a quarter circle forward, they're like a forward or a back forward, and then an attack button. So it's a forward attack. That's not as hard of an input to make, but it's still not easy because if you're too close to Dom, you might just face tanker by accident. Yeah, melee is definitely maybe the highest skill ceiling thing in the game, unless you want to count knowledge, of course. Definitely the thing that holds me back the most, but hey, if you can do it well, it just opens up a lot of running straight to the end game if you can find the items you need. But yeah, unfortunately, Yeehaw had the race. He just needed to not die on Bale. He had the lead going into the end. Didn't have enough healing items. Brilliant strategy with throwing axes and inverting to do a lot of extra damage and do it very safely. And just unfortunately ran out of healing at the very end. Had to take a green electricity while the cat had already lavaed and was about to beam. Not a whole lot of room to move. I probably would have died too. Unlucky, but that's how it goes when you don't have a bunch of food, right? Or potions. So it looks like he's going to finish it off here. Get second place. Get some Elo. And yeah, a pretty quick seed all in all. 36-15 from Axel. That is faster than average, I'd say. Ooh, and the big Tis Rafe. Yeah, it's very difficult. Only having invert does not make the end game fights easy. It's without double jump or high jump to get you that really good air maneuverability. You're just kind of stuck in midair when you invert. You have some invincibility frames, but there's just some stuff that just wrecks you. And there it is. The big advantage I think on Dom is that he does have a poison kukri, so he's able to poison up Dom, and that's what got him through Dom quickly on the first run. But I think Yi definitely deserves all the credit here. He played it very, very well. Some of the most intelligent play I've seen in a while, like guessing correctly that he was the only person that had poison, and that his best chance to win was to not shop and buy a bunch of healing, but to just go for it. And without cat RNG, he would have won. So, I think he made the correct plays, the correct gambles. Hats off to him. Just checking up on some of the race channel chat here to see if I missed anything. Yeah, and unfortunately, as I was mentioning, so the runners chatting about it. Yeah, getting hit, especially at this end game by these end game enemies when you don't have a lot of levels, when you're in randomizer and you come here way earlier. Yeah, it's very difficult, and only having invert is pretty difficult because, again, basically no horizontal maneuverability, and invert itself is also very slow. So you're just kind of using your regular jumping to dodge everything and regular ducking, and it's very difficult, especially on Bale. where you can't even bait Bale into doing specific things. Bale just does what Bale wants to do. At least with Dom, you can duck in front of Dom. That'll get Dom to crouch and try to hit you with the scarf. You can stand certain distances from Dom to try to bait her into throwing elbows. Nothing's 100%, of course, but you can sort of kind of bait Dom into doing what you want her to do and then react accordingly. But yeah, with just invert on Bale, you are safe from dying just purely to the cat by itself and the shaky platform programming and hitboxes. But if you get the wrong other stuff thrown at you while you only have half of the screen to maneuver around, and you don't have the healing and so on, your day can just be ruined just like that. And I think we're going to try to set up a run back here. Looks like Jupiter Climb may be available to join. Not sure what's happening. But yeah, I'm not unavailable until for a few hours from now. So I'll be able to continue. Keep casting or keep racing. Joking, as long as Yeezy doesn't roll the seed, a lot of other people are game. Hey, the seed could have been incompletable, so anytime we get a seed that's rolled that's completable, that's a win, even if it's miserable. Just remember, folks, that there is not logic in the game to prevent uncompletable seeds from being rolled. That's why in tournaments we vet everything before it's played. So, yep. All right. Good stuff. I'm going to let this go ahead and play out, folks. It looks like we're going to have another run. I'm going to go ahead and refill the commentator's best friend, the water, the giant canteen of water. And we'll see if we're going to run one back. And maybe I'll be playing, maybe I'll be casting. We'll see who's participating and then figure it out from there.